11 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Welcome to the nightcap of the first night of Week 9 action here in the Simulation Football League, live from Raleigh, North Carolina. Carolina Skyhawks are going to take on the visiting Denver Nightwings. My name is Eric Benson. I've been here in the broadcast booth as we get a look at the head-to-head between these two teams. Carolina is going to have their hands full tonight against the 6-1 Nightwings on pace, for a record defensively as far as points per game is concerned. Neither of these teams have seen each other ever in the SFL history, so that'll be a fun one as well. Carolina coming off a win as well as Denver. Carolina with the upset win over the Houston Hyenas a couple weeks ago. Can they hold on to that streak? We will have to find out here. And again, as I mentioned, they're going to have their hands full against this Denver Nightwing team coming in 6-1. Their last victory at Charleston, as they beat the Predators 16-6. Down on the field for the coin toss. Everything is looking set to go. We will be right back here with kickoff next. Stay tuned. And Denver is actually going to get the opening kickoff here as Carolina coming out in some alternate uniforms tonight, which I'm thinking are pretty saucy, like the red helmet look. Denver coming out with the black pants and the black helmets, which is also a pretty nice look. I like it as well. Kick is underway. Fielded inside the 10-yard line from the 5, bringing it up the field to about the 25, out to the 27-yard line, and that is where Denver will take over. Josh Miller, the quarterback under center, 18 of 24, 141 yards in his last venture against the Charleston Predators, as I mentioned. Not a big scoring affair for this Nightwing team, but they still come away with the victory. As I mentioned, this defense really the focal point of this squad. Full house formation coming up here for the first play from scrimmage, and a handoff to Jared McChesney as he runs up the field only for a gain of 2. We'll get a look at the Denver Nightwings offense here. Josh Miller under quarterback, mentioned him. Jared McChesney there with his first run of the ball game. Giacomo Jones and Logan Keel, the wide receivers. Avery Allen, the tight end. And newly signed wide receiver Bryce Battle going to be out there as well. 2nd and 8 now from the 29. Miller to throw. Has time. Pressure coming in. He's going to go down. Sacked in the backfield. I believe that was Phil Hall getting in there. No, it was Christopher Colon, the other defensive tackle, providing pressure and getting the sack there, forcing 3rd and long for the Nightwings. Five wide receivers set for Denver. Miller takes the snap. He's going to go deep. He wants it all, and he had a man past the defense. Couldn't quite connect. He was looking for Logan Keel behind the Skyhawk defense, and that's going to be a 3-and-out for Denver to start things off. As I mentioned, the focal point being the defense here for this Nightwing team. Still a good offensive squad as we get a look at the team comparison. 11th in points per game. Not completely stout on offense, but on defense, points per game, number 1, and as I mentioned, on pace for an SFL record, 111 total points. That's what they're on pace for. The record, as it stands right now, 148. So they will shatter that record if they stay on pace. Fair catch called for and made by Prasad as he makes it at the Carolina 42-yard line. Good starting field position for the Skyhawks as Sully Richardson, the 4th overall pick, takes over. He had himself a heck of a game, 29 of 39 for 211 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. As he comes out with a 4 wide receiver set, trips towards the bottom of your screen here. Richardson takes the high snap. He's going to throw towards near sideline. He's got his man. That is Harish Prasad as he ducks out of bounds there for a gain of 3. We mentioned Sully Richardson. Randy Mercury, the halfback back there. Tony Zoma is the fullback for the Skyhawks. Dupree Hudson, and we saw Harish Prasad there. Jack Flash, one of the Week 7 signings to the extra contracts here for the SFL. Offset I formation for Richardson coming up to the line. He will throw. He's going to sling it out to Randy Mercury coming out of the backfield there. Gang tackled right along the near sideline. And that's a gain of just a couple there as we get a look at those signings here. I mentioned Bryce Battle, the only one in this particular ball game. But you can go hashtag from couch to field. Your next opportunity to be on the field would be Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. So just be on the lookout for that. Feel free to go to simulationfl.net in our Discord community for all. Carolina center. He's going to get the free play here as he dumps it off over the middle, dropped, and that's going to be incomplete. But they do get the free play there, so an extra 5 yards for the Skyhawks. We'll get a look at this Nightwing defense that I mentioned earlier. Bailey Baca, 6'2", 323 in his 4th season here in Denver, along with Mike Sawchuk, the inside linebacker, Justin Jones and B.J. Armstrong, the corners, Josh Vasquez, the newly signed free safety in the offseason from the Atlanta Swarm, and Nicholas Warner, the strong safety. Also, Adam Wiseman and Lee Adama, some extra signings in the hashtag from couch to field movement. So again, want to get yourself hooked up, go to simulationfl.net. All the details are there. Join our Discord community, and you could be on the field as early as Wednesday as Sully Richardson throws it out to the far sideline. Continuing to move the football here are the Skyhawks as they get another pitch and catch, this time out to Terry Savert for a first down as we get a look here. Wide open there is probably a blown coverage out in the defensive backfield for Denver, which is certainly uncharacteristic for them. So 1st and 10 now from the Denver 31. Denver stacking the box here. 7 in the box. Richardson to throw. He's going to throw to the far sideline. Caught! 50-50 ball, and he's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Harish Prasad getting the Skyhawks on the board first. And that's certainly not the storyline that we were thinking we were going to see tonight. This Carolina Skyhawk team, very good. Certainly not as terrible as their record would dictate. Terrible, maybe the wrong word there. It's bad. It's not as good. Something along those lines. 1-6, certainly not in the top tier of the league right now, record-wise. However, I think their stats prove otherwise, and they're certainly showing it here early on tonight. 6-0 here, pending the extra point coming from Zeke Klein. Bad snap. Pressure coming. And it's going to be blocked. It's up in the air. And it's going to be called a dead ball there. So 6-0, your score in favor of the Skyhawks. We're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. We got much more SFL action to come. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. We're live on 11 Sports. Stay with us. .756 left to go here in the first quarter of play. Carolina getting on the board first with a touchdown. Blocked extra points. Leaves the score at 6-0 here for Carolina. Denver getting their second opportunity at the football as they bring it up to the 25-yard line. Return there by Bryce Battle, the newly signed wide receiver. We mentioned him as he is doing the returning duties for the Night Wings. 3 and out to start things off for Denver. We'll have to see what Josh Miller has in store for the Skyhawk defense coming up, which we will get to that Skyhawk defense at the end of this play. 1st and 10 from the 25. Miller to throw. He's going to throw over the middle of the field. Got Logan Keel past the defense. What a nice pitch and catch there as the Night Wings move the sticks for the first time tonight. Getting another look at the replay. Logan Keel just running a nice route behind the linebacker. Couldn't quite reach it. That was DJ Majesty out there in coverage trying to get his big mid up there, but couldn't quite knock it down. Phil Hall and Christopher Colon, the defensive tackles for the Skyhawk defense. We've seen Colon get a sack tonight. DJ Majesty, we just saw him there. Shravan Prasad, the outside linebacker. Zane Doty at corner. Rochelle Colston and Tristan Hatley, the safeties. Forrest Stark signed last week to the defensive end spot. Flinging it out as Miller and McChesney couldn't quite reel that one in. That was an uncharacteristic drop for him. He reeled in 9 catches for 44 yards last week against the Predators. So it's certainly a head scratcher seeing the ball hit the turf when he's throwing that way. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 now from the Denver 45. High snap. Miller's going to throw over the middle, and he's got Keel again, this time in tighter coverage, but a nice dime there from Miller to Logan Keel. And we're going to get another look at that one as well. Keel running a great route there, and honestly, great defense by Daniel Pruitt, one of the extra corners getting in there. Looked like a little bit of man coverage on that play from Carolina. And a great job there by Denver to extend the drive once again. They're in Carolina territory here from the 35, 1st and 10. Carolina stacking the box, showing blitz. They'll back out. Miller to throw. He's going to throw near sideline, and that is incomplete. Maybe a bit of a rush throw there to Avery Allen as he was a week 4 signing to this Denver Nightwing squad. Wow, that's harder to say than I thought it was going to be. 6'6", 240. Yeah, 2 catches for 26 yards in the victory over Charleston. Full house formation. Carolina stacking the box once again. They'll back out again. Miller to throw the screen pass this time. McChesney got plenty of room on the near sideline, and he'll zoom ahead into the SFL red zone down at the 18-yard line as we get a look at Miller's numbers, 3 for 6 for 56 yards. And we'll also get a look at the Twitch chat here. Got some fun people in there. Ray Ignola, Nick Castle, Tom Rahman, DeBrown Knights, Packer Fred, C. Pundy, and many, many others. Thank you guys for coming out and checking us out tonight for the final game of SFL action on night 1 of week 9. Still plenty more to come in Monday and Tuesday. And we'll get a look at the upcoming broadcast schedule a little bit later on. I formation for Denver to come out here on 1st and 10. Another swing pass for McChesney. He's got plenty of room again. He'll eventually get dragged down by DJ Majesty, but not before he'll extend the drive once again down at the 1-yard line. And this Denver offense is cooking now. This is pretty much the same play they were running a play ago. And again, Carolina neglecting cover McChesney, and McChesney making him pay for it. So a 1st and goal now from the 1. Handoff to Jared McChesney, who barrels his way forward. Couldn't quite get it in the end zone, though. It's going to be a 2nd and goal. A good goal line stand there to start things off for Carolina. Tackle made by Christopher Colon. Brings up 2nd and goal. Four wideouts for Miller to work with. McChesney is the single back. Miller's going to throw it from the goal line. He's going to throw it to the near side. They tipped it incomplete. Good coverage again from Daniel Pruitt. He was the one in coverage on that dime a little bit earlier that was thrown to Logan Keel. That brings up a 3rd and goal here for Carolina. Carolina defense trying to get a stop here on 3rd and goal. Denver coming out with the same formation. 8 in the box for Carolina. Miller to throw again. He's going to throw near sideline again. Daniel Pruitt there to make the pass deflection. Someone signed that man to a contract single-handedly, almost, at least for 2 plays, knocking the ball away. And Servan Prasad had an opportunity at the pick there as well on this particular play. He was looking Avery Allen's way, Josh Miller was, couldn't quite make it happen. And that's going to end up being a Kramer Jackman field goal attempt. And this is going to be his 50th field goal attempt. If he nails this one, he will be 50 of 50 for his career. Has not missed one. High snap. Kick is up and on the way and through. So 50 career field goals for Kramer Jackman. And he is 100% perfect in his career. So Denver adds 3 points to the board. They are down by 3 early on in the first quarter. What's going to happen next? We don't know. You got to stick around to find out. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, live on 11 Sports. .5:15 left to go here in the first quarter of play. 6-3 the score in favor of the hometown Skyhawks as they will get the kickoff here and return it up to the 24-yard line where they'll take over once again. So both teams with a couple different opportunities here to put points on the board. Carolina getting into the end zone but had a blocked extra point on a bad snap, which is why the score is the way you see it, 6-3. Denver adding a Kramer Jackman field goal, his 50th on his career, and he is 100% perfect on his career as well. So shout out to Kramer Jackman for being above and beyond one of the better kickers in the SFL. As we get a look now, there's an injury on the field. BJ Armstrong is down, and that'll be a big loss here for the Nightwing defense, as they are very, very strong there in the secondary, only getting stronger with the signing of Leah Dama last week. As we get a look at the, looks like he might have, maybe it's just cramping, maybe it's pulled a hammy, something's going on there, but we will definitely keep you updated as we get more information on BJ Armstrong's whereabouts and his health. Second and 5 now from the 28. Handoff to Mercury, who's met right in the backfield. Great job defensively by the Nightwings front 4 to get in there and make the stop. That was Phillips getting in there and causing the ruckus. Deontay Phillips, excuse me. So that brings up a 3rd and 8 for Carolina. Trips towards the top of the screen for the Skyhawks. Richardson to throw, short drop, throws it over the middle of the field, and that's caught for first down yardage. Able to extend the drive is Prasad as he gets a catch there from Richardson, and that extends things again for the Skyhawks. They've been looking good on offense here so far, as, like I mentioned, they were able to punch it into the end zone on their first possession. 6-3 the score. Handoff to Randy Mercury. Good spin move and a diving attempt at a tackle there. Penalty marker on the play. We'll have to get a look as to what that is, but a fancy move there by Randy Mercury, getting out of the backfield. And it's going to be a holding on Carolina, so that will move them backwards. And that's certainly not the right direction there for the Skyhawk offense. Jacob Wood, the guilty party there. Let's get a look at Sully Richardson. 4 wide out, single back for Richardson to work with. Richardson, pressure coming. He's going to throw it over the middle. That's caught. He's going to get a big old chunk of that extra yardage back. In fact, most of the yardage back out to the 35-yard line. Will be 2nd and 10 coming up. Get a look at the 2 numbers for the quarterbacks here tonight, as Richardson already thrown a touchdown pass. Denver stacking the box here a little bit. 7 in the box as Randy Mercury's going to get a handoff. He's got plenty of room. What a hit there by the Denver defense to lay him out. Nicholas Warner coming up from the strong safety spot to lay the wood on Randy Mercury. As we get a look, he had plenty of good blocking up front until he hit Nicholas Warner there in the defensive backfield. I'm sure he saw him coming, but man, lower your head, lower your shoulder, something, man, because, oof. 6'3", 230. I don't want that hitting me. 1st and 10 from the 44. Going to sling it out this time, coming out of the backfield. And another good hit from Denver as they are just throwing themselves around out there. That's Leah Dama, the Week 8 signing, getting in there and making his presence felt on this Denver defense.
2nd and 7. Ball at the 47 yard.
Time winding down here in the first quarter of play, 2:15 and counting, as Carolina driving here from their own 47-yard line. 6-3 the score in favor of the Skyhawks. Richardson to throw. He's going to throw out of the backfield again. Lowering his shoulder is Mercury, and he'll get maybe 1 yard or 2 extra for the effort. And tackle was made there by Mike Sawchuk.
3rd and 4.
From midfield, 3rd and 4 now for Carolina. Richardson to throw. He takes a short drop. He's going to get a 1st down as he crosses the threshold out to the Denver 45-yard line into opponent territory, where it's going to be 1st and 10. It's a good catch made there by Dupree Hudson, his first catch of the ball game. His 2nd year here in Carolina, coming over from Queen City. 1st and 10 from the 45 now. Hand off to Mercury. He's trying to beat the open field tackler, and he will not. That is one of the extra linebackers getting in there. Adam Wiseman, sorry about that, Adam. Getting in there and making the stop, the Week 7 signing to the Denver defense. And Denver taking full advantage of the ability to sign these extra players, and that's the hashtag from Couch to Field movement. Visit simulationfl.net and join our Discord server. Checking in, that'll increase your value for your first player contract. You can stick around with that team, and Carolina airing it out, and they're going to score again. Touchdown, Carolina. Dupree Hudson getting into the end zone here for the Skyhawks as they increase their lead up to 12 here. As we get another look. Not sure what the coverage was on that play, but Dupree had no one in front of him at all. Nicholas Warner was the only one that was even within sniffing distance of him, as he catches the dime thrown from Richardson. So Zeke Klein going to add the extra point here. Kick is up and on the way. It is through, so score is 13-3 now in favor of the Skyhawks. And we'll get the scoreboard corrected here in a hot second. It's 13-3 because they missed that extra point a little earlier in the ball game. There we go. Got the stat guy to correct that. 10-point ball game in favor of the Skyhawks. 34 seconds left to go here in the opening frame. And fielded from inside his own 10-yard line. Bryce Battle going to bring it up the field to the 27-yard line. 30 seconds left to go here in the opening quarters. We get a look at the top 6 in the Simulation Football League. This should be no surprise to really anybody who's been paying attention to the SFL this season. Baltimore, Seattle, Denver, Tallahassee with a victory earlier, Mexico City with a big win, and Alaska, your top 6 right now. A little bit surprising that Alaska is down in the 6th position, as Miller is going to throw and hit Giacomo Jones on the far sideline there. But anything can change here in a hurry, especially with a half a game separating a lot of those teams. Shout outs to the good old folks in the chat there. I've got C. Pundy, Ray Anyola again, Jay Fuentes, Kenny G04. Who else do I have in there that I didn't see beforehand? A lot of the same people, but appreciate you guys hanging out. Denver Night Wings, Jeremy Vega in the chat tonight as Jerry McChesney gets a good run out past the first down marker. And Denver will have a first down to work with in the second quarter. 13-3, your score in favor of the Skyhawks. Come on back. We've got more SFL action. Simulation Football League presented by APM Music, live at 11 Sports. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library and Custom Music House, and brought to you in part by Fuel, Beyond Imagination. Visit the all-new SFLinteractive.net today. By Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the SFL. Airviews, United by Drone. Visit airviews.com. That's AIRVUZ.com to see more drone footage as you get some wonderful looks of Raleigh, North Carolina. The site of today's game, Carolina Skyhawks and Denver Night Wings. My name is Eric Vincent, and we were supposed to have Tulsa quarterback Ashley Jackson in here on the call with me. Ashley, unfortunately, couldn't quite get the plane out of Tulsa in order to be here with me, so I completely forgot that we locked Matt Wilson, Hall of Fame quarterback for the Mexico City Aztecs in the stats truck. That was why the stats guy screwed up the score a little bit earlier. So, Matt, welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, that stats roadmaster is more roomy than you think, I guess. So, just in case, pull the tab and Matt Wilson appears.
Well, there was a reason I put you in that stats truck to start with.
Against my will. You monster.
It wasn't against your will. There was a sign that said free tacos, and you just willingly walked in there.
For mine.
Denver starting with a fresh set of downs after the great McChesney catch and run. He'll get a handoff here out to the 42-yard line for a gain of 4. Matt, this is shaping up to be a good one here. Carolina might pull off 2 upsets in a row.
Nah, don't hold your breath, but they're doing well so far. The old vet DJ Majesty just popped McChesney in the face. We'll see if Denver gets McChesney going more often than they have been. I think that's a good key to victory for them.
And he's going to get another run here. He makes it out just shy of first down yardage. He'll make it out to the 36-yard line of Carolina, where it'll be third and a chest hair, we'll call it unofficially.
Still waiting for mine to grow, but, I believe you. I believe you.
Just got to put a little Rogaine on there.
Oh, okay. Just rub it on.
It'll sprout right up. Ch-ch-ch-chia. 3rd and inches from the 36. Miller's going to throw, and he's got a wide open receiver, and he's able to get the foot inbounds for first down yardage out to the 32.
Kind of a dangerous play there. If he was a little more off, he could have stepped completely out of bounds. And I kind of like running in that formation. You got him spread out. I think it's perfect time, but they thought differently, and it worked out. So the drive continues.
Avery Allen with the catch there, 6'6", 240, the rookie signing in week 4.
It's a big man.
Earlier in the season. That's a big guy. Now, tight ends are people too. You should know this from Dags.
He reminds me every week how important he is.
McChesney getting the handoff, and the Carolina defense standing tall for a loss of 1 there.
Yeah, Hall and Cologne really need to get pressure on Miller tonight. That's going to be a big, important factor for the success. Make Miller shuffle in the pocket, throw it away, make some mistakes. If they're kind of quiet, Denver could put up some big points.
Cologne quiet in his victory against Houston, as he only got 1 tackle, but still coming up with the upset win, 21-20 over the Houston Hyenas, as Giacomo Jones gets a catch out to the 25-yard line. Would it be 3rd and short?
Now it's interesting. Are they going to go to that out route concept again, or are they going to run McChesney? Could do Eaton. Well, I'm thinking run.
We'll see here. Carolina thinking run as well. They're stacking the box here. Showing blitz. They'll back out of it. Miller's going to throw instead. He's going to throw it out to the far sideline where it's caught, and it's going to be a first down. Slinging it out to Steve Aoki, the fullback there, and he's one of those sneaky fullbacks. He'll get a catch every now and again, and he'll make a big play for you.
Got to watch out for those fullbacks. Their hands aren't exactly feather light. They're more, I don't know, concrete.
Brick, you might say, as in
yes,
brick wall.
Truckee stack, never forget.
Hand off to McChesney, and Carolina's ready for that one, as Christopher Cologne already getting in there, 3 tackles, 2 for a loss, so improving upon his performance against the Hyenas a couple weeks ago.
You can impact the run and the pass better yet. It's like Denver up in longer situations.
Denver still in the SFL red zone here. 2nd and 12 from the 19. Miller to throw. Pressure coming. It is. He's thrown, and Giacomo Jones making the catch. What a dime there. Matt Wilson, you've been in those situations before. Go ahead and talk me through this one.
Yeah, you see your life flash before your eyes there. You just got to hit your read and trust it. As Miller was under siege, and just what a great throw to Jones, and Jones doing what you should do as a receiver. Reach out and grab that ball, because your quarterback's going to have some talking to you after the game if you drop that thing, if you're taking a shot like that in the pocket.
And a perfect spot to throw the ball as well, just out of the outstretched fingertips of Prasad and just before Colston. So it's going to be a 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Denver been in this position before, only came out with 3 points. McChesney getting the toss out of the backfield, and that's going to be a touchdown for Denver.
Well, I've seen that before on our team. You swing the ball out to good old Ray Bentley. McChesney, more of the same, and that's a bad angle. He's going to break that tackle more times than not, one-on-one. Easy score, and said upset. Don't say it too soon. Commentators
You're
curse.
100% right. Plenty of time left on the clock here for Denver to catch up as Kramer Jackman lines up for the extra point. That play worked to perfection, honestly, a couple different times before earlier in the ball game. So I'm surprised they didn't go to it a little bit more often on the last drive that ended a field goal. But 13-10 your score. Denver narrowing the gap. Less than 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Simulation Football League action presented by APM Music, live on 11 Sports. Denver finally getting a touchdown on the board here as they put 10 points on the board. 13-10 your score here in Raleigh as the Skyhawks hoping to hold on to this result here, as that will be an upset for sure. 2 upsets in a row for them as they started off the season winless up until a couple weeks ago where they beat the Houston Hyenas. Returned out to the 20-yard line where Carolina And it looks like a good play there by Sawchuk as he makes the stop for only a gain of 1 there.
Yeah, good start for the Carolina defense. The Denver defense, and got to put Richardson, the young pup, in some difficult situations. Take the running game away, that's going to be trouble.
Richardson to throw here on second down, throws it in the middle of the field and couldn't quite make the catch there. And I think they were looking for one of those extra tight ends or fullbacks there. That is the fullback, Tony Zoma. And
what
you
did I
talked
tell
about
you
it a little
about
bit earlier.
fullback? I'm Tony Romo when it comes to fullbacks.
This is true. So it's going to be a 3rd and long now for Carolina.
Type man could be seeing a blitz here. Slant would be beautiful right now.
3 wide receivers to work with towards the top of the screen, and you got that call just shy of the first down marker, though. Carolina will be forced to punt as Dupree Hudson gets another catch. As we get a look here at the leading receivers for both squads, and Leah Dama, the Week 8 signing in coverage there.
Grab that ball and reach it across the line. You needed about, in your infamous words, a chest hair to get that first down. Instead, you got to punt it back to Denver. Oh, horrible. Bad luck for Carolina.
Yeah, being forced to punt on 4th and inches is no one's cup of tea for sure. Unless
you're going 3 and out as well.
Absolutely. As Bryce is going to try and move the ball up the field. Battle won't get any further, though, as he's marked down at the Denver 34. We've got more SFL action coming up over the next couple days. We've got Sioux Falls and Las Vegas coming up tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Be sure to stay tuned for that, along with Charleston visiting Tulsa at 9:30.
Who's on the call?
That would be you and our wonderful broadcast director, Mike Dax.
Yes.
Miller's going to throw. He's going into coverage. Incomplete. Logan Keel out there on the far sideline. What was that there, Matt?
Keel should have made that play. He had a chance for a pick, and, or not Keel, but whoever was out there had a chance to pick off Miller, and you got to take advantage. When you're the team that's trying to pull the upset, you have to make those kinds of plays.
And Charles Doherty talked about it a little bit in the previous ball game that this league is a league about taking advantage of opportunities. If you don't take advantage of those opportunities, you're not going to make it to the playoffs.
No.
Hand off to Jerry McChesney, who gets stood up right at the line. Good run defense by Carolina on that play there, Matt.
Yeah, if I'm Carolina now, I'm just letting my two big boys and one or two other guys just send the 4 and play good coverage. Watch the outs.
Brings up a 3rd and long now for Denver. 4 wide receivers to work with, 3 towards the top of the screen for Miller. He's in the gun. Short drop, throws it over the middle, wide open and caught for a first down. That's Bryce Battle, the newcomer, making a catch and extending the drive.
Well, welcome to the league, new fella, as we see Bryce Battle there highlighted. See how you can get on the field.
That's the hashtag from couch to field movement, Matt.
Or in my case, from chair to field, but you know.
Also very true.
I hear couches are quite comfortable.
Couches are very comfortable. You should try them every now and again. Maybe we can throw some wheels on a couch for you.
There you go. I can just drive around on a couch. Awesome.
We'll get SFL HQ on that right away. 1st and 10 from the 49 of Carolina, throwing it out again to Avery Allen, and he's been a primary target for Miller today. Couldn't quite make the catch, and it was a dangerous throw there, Matt.
Another one. And Carolina's got to take advantage, like I said. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but of some of these close calls as we looking at our wonderful chat. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Realison's Kumbaya 24 in there, DeBrown Knight. Ray Agnola is in there. Eddie Gage is in there. And an interception made by Carolina, taking advantage of the opportunities given to them as Zane Doty comes up with the pick.
Just had to yell at those corners louder enough to make a freaking play.
That's what it was.
Doty just playing his man, read the quarterback's eyes and just stepped in front of his receiver. You as a receiver have to play DB in that situation. You can't let the corner get in front of you like that. Unfortunately for Miller, a pick, and now Carolina, you know, all that driving from Denver, but no harm done. Now you got to respond.
And we've seen something like that happen several different times where sometimes the DBs just run the route a little bit better than wide receivers and come up with the pick. Richardson to throw. Mercury's got the one-handed catch as he gets about 4 yards before he is dragged down by Sawchuk.
Yeah, Richardson there throwing that nifty little sidearm, try to get the ball out as soon as possible. But Mercury was tackled quite nicely by the Denver defense.
And Matt, this Denver defense is on record for the least points per game allowed. On pace for 111, which would shatter the record of 148. As Carolina makes another catch.
How is that not a first down? Holy crap!
Wow. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They marked it shy. I wonder why.
I'd throw the flag on that one. He slid.
Absolutely.
But he wasn't touched after. Let's see. Nope, we're not going to get it.
Not going to get the challenge.
Missed opportunity. I mean, look at that lot. Look where they marked it.
Jeez. It's almost eclipsing the line to gain.
Mercury better get on it. Get ready to get a handoff here.
We'll see. Mercury's going to get the handoff. He's going to get first down yardage as he plows ahead out to the Carolina 43. It was looking a little dicey there for a hot second, Matt.
Yeah, Mercury patient, reading the blocks well, and gets what he needed to, the first down. Doesn't matter if you get it by an inch or a mile, as long as you pick up that first and keep the drive moving.
What's the old adage? A win is a win?
Exactly. Just asked the Buffalo Bills earlier today.
Oh, man.
Hi, Jets fans.
Richardson to throw. He's got Randy Mercury coming out of the backfield. And a gang tackle there by the Denver defense. Justin Jones and Sawchuk getting in there on the tackle.
Love that play call. Get your running back involved. As good as a nice run. You're halfway to another first down. Keep it simple.
Be sure to like the SFL on Instagram at SimulationFL, and be sure to give our partner Nation's Best a like while you're there. As Mercury gets a handoff, it gets nowhere. Loses 3 or 4 yards as he's stacked up behind the line.
Big number 91, one of my old country buffet specials right there. Put a few of them out of business. Stop that one in its tracks. Now Richardson not in the shotgun. Interesting. On this 3rd and 8. Hopefully they have something interesting dialed up.
Richardson with a quick snap, and
Oh.
that is not interesting at all as he throws a dud over the middle of the field, and it falls incomplete. 4th down coming up. Looks like Mike Johnson is going to come out for a punt here, because they're well out of field goal range. Denver probably going to get one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Depends on the result of this punt. Battle fields it right about the 20-yard line, and we will get one more play here before the 2-minute warning as he's dragged down at the 22-yard line. The Night Wings down by 3. Just outside of 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 from the 22. McChesney going to get a run here, and he barrels a defender over. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Carolina. The Skyhawks still holding on to a 3-point lead against the 6-1 Night Wings. Can they hang on? Stay tuned. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, live on 11 Sports. As we hit the 2-minute warning at 1:57 here in the first half, Carolina with a 3-point advantage over the Night Wings, but they are driving here after an impressive McChesney run on 1st down. Miller's in trouble. He's going to throw it to the far sideline, and that's caught by Logan Keel as he's able to fall out of bounds. That was a dangerous throw into coverage, but somehow Keel able to come up with the football. As we get another look here, nice route run by Keel. And honestly, Miller probably just needed to throw that a little bit sooner to avoid Keel getting hit so hard on that play. But ends up being a 1st down here for Denver. 1st and 10 now from the 38. Only 3 seconds off the clock here. Denver saving all 3 of their timeouts. McChesney able to barrel over defenders as he's getting out to the 45-yard line. Looked like he went through half the defense there of Carolina, getting a gain of 8 on the play, and he's excited about it too. Why wouldn't you be? Clock continuing to roll as we hit 90 seconds to go here in the opening half of play. 2nd and 2 from the 45-yard line of Denver. 7 in the box for Carolina. McChesney, and he gets stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3rd and short coming up here for Denver as the clock continuing to roll. No one wanting to use their timeouts yet.
Hey, apologies, Eric. Little tech issues. Back on.
Oh, no worries. I figured you were just grabbing a taco.
Yeah, you know, those Taco Bell tacos, delicious.
Whew. Miller to throw. He's going to want it all, and he's got his man out across the middle of the field. Giacomo Jones with a big play to the 27.
Yeah, Jones running a post and just wide open over the middle. You don't like seeing that if you're a Carolina fan. You want to go into that half with a lead, and hopefully you can at least salvage a field goal and a tie.
Yeah, Carolina playing very, very well here in the first half. Denver is not 6-1 for nothing, though.
No. Good teams sometimes know how to pull out the hard ones.
Miller to throw. Quickly throws it to the far sideline. He's got Avery Allen and a vicious stiff arm there as he throws the defender to the turf and gets out of bounds. Clock frozen at 53 seconds.
Yeah, good throw to Allen. Oh, you know, tight ends are people too, as Mike said, or hashtag throw it to the tight end. But Carolina's defense got to step up here. Just don't let anyone get in that painted area of the end zone.
Got to dial it up a little bit more here. A little
Yeah.
extra. Turn the volume up. Miller to throw. He's going to check it down to McChesney.
Oh.
Rolls over one defender,
God.
and the other defender doesn't cover him at all. Touchdown, Denver.
Ripped. And McChesney's rowing his boat right down the Carolina defense into the end zone.
Oh my gosh. That was such a strange play here, Matt. Like, there were two defenders there that could have made the tackle. Had
Watch
him
him.
dead to rights.
Boom.
Wow.
Night. Oh, that,
Oof. Oof.
that man is a family.
I am so sorry, but press F in the chat to pay your respects to good old Shervon Prasad, because he's
Oh,
in the
you
grave
had
now.
to say the name. You can just let it slide.
Look, everyone was gonna point it out. It's okay. Everyone gets bowled over every now and again.
Not me.
Well,
I just throw backwards passes for touchdowns for the other team.
Kramer Jackman nails the extra point. 17-13 now for the Night Wings as they take the lead for the first time here tonight. 47 seconds to go here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And Skyhawks are going to get an extra crack at it here with, like I said, 47 left to go, all three timeouts. They've got an opportunity here, Matt.
They do. It depends on this return, though. I could see him playing it conservative if they don't get past the 30-yard line.
Fielded at about the goal line. Carolina brings the ball up, and Prasad will get stopped right at the 25-yard line. So not great starting field position for Carolina here with 42 seconds left to go.
I don't know. My opinion as a coach, you got to be aggressive. You're 1-6. You know, you're not behind by much. You got 3 timeouts. You got to take your chances.
Let the dice roll. Let them roll.
Heck, just try run a screen. See if you get 10 yards, then evaluate.
Mercury going to get a handoff, though, and he gets a good chunk of yards there up the middle of the field. They'll burn a timeout. Good chunk of 6 on first down.
Well, Carolina must have liked what they saw, so now we'll see if they get more into a passing formation. I'd love to see a gun get away from this pass rush.
Well, it looked like the O-line did a decent job up front there. Just couldn't quite hit the hole in time. I'm with you, though. I'd like to see Richardson air it out a little bit more here.
Yep. It's got to take a chance.
He's only got 2 wideouts to work with. He is going to throw. He'll throw it over the middle of the field and incomplete. That was Sawchuk getting in there and batting it down. Just an impressive display. That was Mike Sawchuk getting in there.
Yeah, but you only have that short 2-step drop. There's not many routes open deep. You know, you'd like to see him take more of a 5-step or a gun where he's already looking for something 10 yards, 15 yards down the field. Because when you have this little time remaining, you don't have that luxury of just trying to dink and dunk over the middle like that.
I would agree with you, Matt, there. Got an extra wide receiver to work with here. Richardson going to throw near sideline a quick out and couldn't quite make it happen. His feet not quite in bounds was Dupree Hudson. It's going to end up being a 4th down, and there's going to be 32 seconds left on the clock for Denver to work with now.
Oh, man. You got to run that route past the first down marker. We've seen that twice now where Carolina's been so close, but just not getting the first.
Because it just kills you there running it short like that.
And you ran it out of bounds, so
yes.
Denver, it's just everything that could go wrong, except for a pick, did go wrong.
I mean, I don't necessarily mind him running it out of bounds, but I mean, it's got to be past the first down marker.
Yes. Stay in bounds if you have to, just get the first down.
Bryce Battle returning it out to the 32-yard line where Denver will have 2 timeouts and 23 seconds to work with. Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL. Use the hashtag #MakeAnImpact and spread the word. We've gotten tons of you guys out there watching us on 11 Sports, tagging the SFL and spreading that hashtag along, so we certainly appreciate that. But hey, if you guys want to get out there and be players out there on the field, you got to go hashtag from couch to field. As Josh Miller throws the ball toward the near sideline here. And Matt, it's been great to see all these newcomers come in and sign immediately to these teams.
Yeah, it makes me feel older by the week, but yes. I was one of the first, and the more the merrier, unless you get in my way. Oh, I'm just kidding. I love everyone.
There hasn't been any quarterback signed yet.
Yeah, just wait till
So,
next season.
oh, I know. 2nd and 1 now for Denver. Full house formation. Carolina stacking the box here. Miller's going to throw instead, and he's got
Ooh.
McChesney out there all alone. Can he get out of bounds? No, he'll get dragged down in bounds.
Why is
10
Denver not
seconds left
using
to
a
go.
timeout?
I don't know.
Someone call him. Oh my God, they're gonna do it. No,
They're going to run one more play.
they might not.
And McChesney not making much of an impact there, as he'll get dragged down inbounds where the clock will run out. 17-13 your score at the half. Denver with a 4-point lead over Carolina as we get a look at the first half stats and highlights coming up here in a hot second. And Matt, we talked about it. Carolina's hanging tough here, but got to take advantage of the opportunities that are given to you if you want to beat this team.
Plus, they haven't scored in a while, right? Weren't they up 13-3 or something like that?
Yep,
And now
absolutely.
they haven't scored. 18 rushing yards. How do you win a game with that many yards? You gotta create in other ways like screens. But as you can see, Denver's totally dominating time of possession, total yardage. So Carolina has to make some more plays, like the plays like that. Nice little corner route there, Mr. Persad.
Well, and neither of these teams are really running teams either, Matt. So it leaves it up to their quarterbacks to make things happen, as we see Josh Miller there making things happen to Logan Keel.
Yeah, and Carolina's been kind of stuck. I've noticed when Denver spread it out, Carolina's still in a 4-3, which is not the best coverage with 4 wide. But hopefully they can tighten up that defense a bit because they're going to need it. Look at that beautiful screen to McChesney. Again, when you try to take McChesney out by the ankles like that, not likely to go very well for you.
No, he's a big boy. He's a thick boy, so you certainly don't want to go for the ankles there. Want to grab him, wrap him up, just make sure that he hits the turf there. That was impressive, an interception by Zane Doty, by the way.
Yeah, and nothing came of it. You got to get those POT, points off turnovers. And if you don't get them, and look at McChesney there, just making something out of absolutely nothing. And there's another, that could have been a field goal for Denver, and it could have been a, 13-13 game. But that's taking advantage of, when you're in the red zone situations and using your playmakers effectively. Got to put the ball in their hands.
Yeah, and then that last touchdown was a shocker to me. I thought he was dead to rights there with 2 defenders breathing down his neck. And he barrels one over. The other one is just so shocked that he can't make the play. So here we are in the second half. Denver once again with a 4-point lead over Carolina here at home for the Skyhawks. What do you think of those uniforms there, Matt? Oh, look at Prasad. Oh, he's got a kickoff return going here. I don't think anyone's going to catch him. He's got 2 people giving chase, and they're not going to catch him. Touchdown Carolina as they retake the lead, just like that.
Before the music can stop. Stop the music. Stop the music. It's a touchdown. Prasad's taking a nap, and I said they needed some big plays. Well, any way you can get it. Now Carolina's taking the lead back.
And Harish Prasad, very patient on that kickoff there. And you said it, Matt. Whoop! There he goes.
Takes that, look at that beautiful angle he takes, and then just on the afterburners. He's got plenty of speed to spare on those special teamers, just don't have that kind of gas. And I remember Mike and I were calling a game, and Mike's like, Prasad's due for a kickoff return for a touchdown. And the next kickoff it happened, so it must be good luck for him.
I was about to say, I'm not quite the sage that you and Matt are, but, every now and again I get one right.
Yeah, Mike's not a sage. He's just here for the food. So am I. Tacos.
I was about to say, wait a minute now. Free tacos, right? Boots it up and through does Carolina. So again, just like that, 20-17 your scores. We get a look at the wild card race now here in the SFL, and some big teams there giving chase here in the final stretch of the season. Matt, who kind of jumps out to you here in the wild card?
Chicago's got a big lead. I think they're going to make the playoffs. We play Sioux Falls, so that's a critical game for them. They're going to bring their best. And then seeing, Queen City had a big win. I mean, Atlanta had a big win today over London, so that's going to be tough for the Knights. They got to really use that running game more, I think. So it's wide open, except for I think Chicago's going to make it.
Yeah, I think Chicago will definitely make it. Atlanta's another bit of a surpriser for me because they started off the season so hot, and they cooled off seemingly in a hurry. They got a big win, like you said, today against London. That was huge for their playoff hopes. So things certainly wide open here in the second half of the SFL as we hit week 9 here tonight. This is the final game of week 9 action. You got 2 more days worth of SFL action coming up here this week as Denver. Giacomo Jones able to get his feet inbounds and make that catch. That looked a little suspicious to me there, Matt. I'm not too sure on that one.
And he took that pass to McChesney, took a little off it and almost got deflected again. He's had a couple balls that could have possibly been intercepted. One's been so far, but again, Carolina got to take advantage of opportunities here. They're definitely stacking the box against the run.
Yeah, Carolina definitely looking out for a run here on 2nd and 3, and McChesney's going to make him pay anyway. Good grief. Just running right up the middle of the field for a first down as we get a look at the chat here. A lot of the same people in there, a lot of the good people. Realist and Kumbaya. We got Steven at large. I see Steven in there. Packer Fred, Ray and Yola. What else we got in there? Alien Nation is in there as well.
Does he know anything about Area 51?
I don't know. We should ask him.
Another
Jones again. Some more toe drag swag there, Matt.
Too much swag. I think Giacomo is look it up in the dictionary. You'll see Giacomo Jones's feet on the toe drag swag. Look at this. Boop. Just stop it out of dime. Look at that. Tap, 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 tap. You only need 1 foot inbounds in the SFL, and Giacomo was riding that line to perfection.
Like, he wanted to get 3 in there, I think, before he got out.
Ballerina school is really paying off.
2nd and 3 now from just about midfield. McChesney with a big run up the middle, finally gang tackled at the 40-yard line as he hits the 2nd level of the Carolina defense.
And after that run, he's averaging 2.8. So that's bad news if you're a Carolina fan. If McChesney starts getting rolling, it's going to be far easier for Denver to control this clock and to retake the lead.
Oh, free play there as McChesney gets a good handoff and again lowers his shoulder, getting plenty of yardage. Won't even need the free play there as he gets 8 or 9 on the play, but we'll give old referee 62 his time and his time and effort here.
Neutral zone infraction, number 32, defense.
And of course, Denver declining the neutral zone infraction there, Matt.
That really hurts. You get a jump and they're like, nah, we don't need the penalty. We got more than enough, thank you. Usually when you get those jumps, you get, minus yards or a big deep throw that's incomplete. But, Denver got 8 or 9. And now, McChesney might not be hurting you in the first half. The second half, those blows are going to start adding up and your defense is going to be a little more afraid to tackle.
Clock counting down. We've hit 9 minutes left to go here in the third. McChesney trying his best to get first down yardage. I thought he almost got it by just sidestepping through everyone. But Prasad getting in there and making the stop. Trevon Prasad making up for the truck a little bit earlier today.
Holding on for dear life.
Yes.
You got to stop him one more time. And if I'm Denver, I'm just running a trap up the middle and try to get this first down.
Perfect time for a trap play. 3rd and 1 from the 31. Hand off to McChesney, and he's right up the middle of the field, out to the 22-yard line of Carolina as he gets closer and closer to the SFL red zone.
It's the old Bentley special right there. You run the trap with a power back like McChesney, and unless your blocking is atrocious, you're likely to get the look. Just destroy another man on the ground. Bodies are starting to add up. Did we bring extra body bags for this game? I just brought one for myself just in case.
No, that's what the stat truck is there for. Again, that's why I locked you in there.
Oh, okay, the stash is in there. Gotcha. See, again, we got this 4-3 look, and look at the receivers on the sides. They're not the man in the middle of the screen of the slot is wide open.
Miller going to throw that way as he hits the near sideline. And that's Avery Allen again. I'm not sure the out route was really the good call because,
No,
as you mentioned, Matt, no one was covering him.
the slot guy was running free, and I think Miller determined that was just where he was going to go, but you might want to look the other way.
And Matt, I'm looking through the chat here, and I see a new name. I see Wolf Mode 88. He says, "Love the SFL. Trying to get signed by any team. Let me be your next great DB." Gotta watch out for this man, Matt. Gotta watch out for all these newcomers coming in here wanting to take the passes away.
Just gotta hang on to my receivers and my tight end. I'll be okay. Clutch them close. Epic sleepovers. I mean, it's called bonding, people. Okay, it's normal.
Yes, male bonding, absolutely. But no, in all seriousness, Wolf Mode 88, go to simulationfl.net, join our Discord server. You can be on the field as early as next Wednesday as Denver extends the drive once again. Giacomo Jones he came inches from scoring that touchdown there, but it's going to be first and goal from the 1.
It's going to be a tall order for Carolina to stop McChesney from scoring here, but they gave it their best effort, at least to hold him out of the end zone. But 3 straight McChesney handoffs, I don't like their chances. And they bring in the fullback. Oh, boy.
Oh, man, oh, man.
Get onto your butts.
The handoff to McChesney. Can't make it. Oh, man, the Sage strikes again. Matt Wilson, the Sage, just calling it like he sees it.
Well, they got 1 down, 2 to go.
Let's see what we got here. Let's see if it's 2 more runs.
You need Hall and Cologne. There's really now they're setting up for a trap, I think.
Miller gonna get the hand off. McChesney is gonna get in the end zone. Touchdown Denver. Just barely getting in there, Matt.
Well, just try 1 run up the middle. If it doesn't, succeed, try a different design run. There we go. You'll trap, beautiful blocking, and I mean, give credit to the Carolina defense. It was not easy for McChesney to get that 1 yard, but all that matters is they scored, and now they could be up 4 points, which is, it's a tough number because obviously field goal does not tie it or give you a lead. You need a touchdown.
Yeah, 100% here. 23-20 now your score after Denver scores. Kramer Jackman adding the extra point, up and good. 4-point lead for the Night Wings as we are in the middle of the 3rd quarter here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Stay with us. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music, live on 11 Sports. .6:24 left in the 3rd here as Denver is retaking the lead. 24-20 your score here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Eric Benson alongside Hall of Famer Matt Wilson. As we've got a good one here tonight for you folks for the nightcap tonight on Sunday Night Football. As Carolina brings the ball up the field to the 24-yard line. Prasad already with a kickoff return for a score, and he wanted another one there, Matt.
I saw him heading towards the middle. I'm like, if he spins and gets out of this, he could be gone again. But we've seen it. Some greats like Koma Kaleka had, I think, 2 kickoff returns and a punt return for a touchdown in 1 game. So just when you think you've seen everything, something else crazy happens.
That's the beauty of this league, 100%. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. 3 wideouts to work with for Sully Richardson. He's under center. We'll hand it off to Randy Mercury, trying to get the edge, and he will get wrapped up by the ankles. Good tackle there by the Denver defense. That's Mike Sawchuk getting in there and making the tackle. And Matt, we've talked about this ad nauseum tonight, but hey, it's the hashtag from Couch to Field movement, man. Visit simulationfl.net, join our Discord server. Checking in, that increases your player value. You can stay with the team you sign with as early as next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, or in the SFL offseason, you can apply for the draft. It's that simple. Just go ahead and check us out there at the website, simulationfl.net. As Randy Mercury gets another handoff, and he'll make it out to the 32-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up here for Carolina.
Yeah, I tried to hold back my on that one. He got smacked. I thought he was going to get the first down for sure. And I think you're going to see another dose of mercury here. This is a very heavy set. So, Randy, read your blocks. Oh!
Oh, and he's got room. He's got plenty of room. Randy Mercury down the sideline as he gets tackled at the Denver 48-yard line. Whew. And that actually wasn't even Randy Mercury on that play. That was one of the backups. That was Jared Grimes getting in there, I thought.
No, it said Randy Mercury.
Oh, it was Randy Mercury. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong guy.
This is a horribly designed screen pass. He had to stop, grab the ball, and accelerate. But look at him slip off. 92. Mike Sawchuk. That's a big man to shrug off. And now they're at midfield just about. They're in Denver territory. So now you got to really buckle down and try to get some points here.
Lee Adama finally coming in and making the stop. But yeah, Randy Mercury had plenty of room to work with there. 1st and 10, less than 5 minutes to go here in Denver territory. Randy Mercury again with plenty of room to operate. If he bounced it to the outside there, Matt, I think he would have had more room. But Sawchuk able to get the tackle there in the middle of the field.
Yeah, but I'm liking this use of Mercury more on this offense because it seems to me that Denver, well, nope. Looks like they're playing nickel most of the game. Now they're busting out the 4-3 here. So let's see if they decide to run or maybe audible to a pass.
Well, it's going to be another handoff to Mercury, and he'll get stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle there made by Bailey Baca. He's had a fairly quiet night tonight. He had a heck of a ball game against the Predators. 3 tackles, 2 assists, a sack, and 3 tackles for loss.
Now, sometimes, offenses and offensive linemen key on one man. Looks like they're keying on Baca tonight, but all it takes is 1 sack, and it could be all the difference in the world.
Richardson to throw. He wants it all. Deep ball. Incomplete. I thought it was going to be intercepted there. Out into coverage. I'm trying to see who that was in coverage for Denver, but a great play. That was Josh Vasquez, the free safety coming over from Atlanta in the offseason.
And you know me, I'm a harsh critic. Don't take this to heart, Carolina, but I don't like not having a shotgun in your playbook, at least that I've seen so far. A lot of 2-step drops, and against this team, you might get creamed, especially with a pass rush. So give your quarterback a chance. Let him throw from the gun every once in a while.
Johnson taking the low snap, and he'll boot the ball down the field. Fair caught at the 11-yard line, where Denver will take over up 4 with 3:44 left to play. Stick with us. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, live on 11 Sports. Back live here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Denver with a 4-point lead over the Carolina Skyhawks. They've got the ball 1st and 10 from their 11-yard line. Hand off to Jared McChesney. He's been great here in the second half as he gets a good 6-yard gain out to the 17-yard line. That'll certainly help your quarterback out.
Yeah, just give the ball to McChesney in the second half. Like I say, let him wear down the defense now that they've just had to punt again, unfortunately. Can't miss those opportunities. Like I say, when you're the 1 in 16, you got to make the most of them.
100%. Oh! McChesney trying to get through the line and gets absolutely leveled there by one of the Carolina DBs, Tristan Hatley, coming in there and making the stop.
Hatley says, I'm sick and tired of McChesney running over everybody. I'm just going to put a shoulder into him. But 3rd down, now is when you got to put the shoulder into him.
And man, it's getting loud here in Carolina.
They want this upset bad.
McChesney hurdles the first defender, gets tackled just before the line to gain. He's had 70 yards on 22 carries. He's been the bell cow today. But Tristan Hatley comes up there and says, no, sir, you're going to give us the football back.
That's very, very important for Carolina. Stay within this 1-possession situation. And now they're going to get the ball back probably at the 40-yard line, I'm going to guess. Let's see how good I do.
Let's see if Matt Wilson is the sage yet again. Good spin move there by Prasad, and he'll make it
better.
out. There you go, the Carolina 48-yard line. That's closer to midfield there on that one.
Yeah, good field position. It's almost where they had to punt. So, again, get your best plays out here. I wouldn't mind spread them out, hand the ball off, try to get 5, and then go from there.
I didn't necessarily mind going deep there on that third down. It was just kind of the sequence of the play calls that just felt a little bit off. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Matt.
Yeah, I didn't like the. Whoa!
Oh, Randy Mercury barreling over defenders as he makes it out to the Denver 49-yard line. Only a gain of 3, but man, those were 3 hard-fought yards.
I thought that was a bad spot. I thought he at least got 4, but yeah, the Denver front 4 there making it difficult, putting some roadblocks in there, but he negotiated the blocks well and got what he could.
2nd and 7 now for Carolina. Another handoff for Mercury.
Whoa!
And another defensive stop by Denver. Impressive showing there by Adam Wiseman, the newcomer to this Denver defense, signing in week 7. And then we've got Lee Adama signing in week 8. And this Denver defense is looking good.
Yeah, Wiseman there. I thought he was going to get blown by, but he made a nice tackle from the side and putting, again, Carolina in a tough position. Let's see if they can dig out a better pass play on 3rd and 6.
Richardson to throw. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down. That's Bailey Baca finally getting on the board in the sack column as he's been bottled up most of the evening here, Matt, but he finally breaks through.
Told you, it only takes 1. And again, with that 2-step drop, your pocket is, you don't have a lot of room to figure things out. Once a guy like Baca comes through, you have virtually no time to react, where if you get a 5 or a 7-step drop, instead you're going to have a little longer of a situation to evaluate the field, or, in the shotgun.
Yeah, a 2-step drop is one of those you got to get rid of it here pretty quickly, otherwise it's not going to work. So another punt here for Carolina and another return, this time out to the 17-yard line for Battle, and that's where Denver will take over here on the other side of the break. Stay with us. 24-20 your score here in Raleigh. We've still got plenty of football to go. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, 5 and 11 Sports. Less than a minute to go here in the third, 24-20. Denver on top of Carolina as it stands right now. The Night Wings with the ball. After Carolina punted. Going to be an out route there towards the far sideline. Did get his feet inbounds. It's going to be a 4-yard gain. And I think that's a good start there on first down.
Oh, yeah. Get the ball out of bounds. I mean, 4 yards is wonderful on first down. It opens up your playbook to pretty much anything now. Probably going to see more McChesney, I imagine. Carolina did a decent job last drive. Let's see if they can contain him here.
Oh, free play there as McChesney does get the handoff, and a good tackle there by the Carolina defense, but it's all for naught as they're going to give him a free 5 yards for jumping off sides.
Let's see if that's correct. Yep.
And DJ Majesty again, that was a good tackle there that DJ Majesty made on Jerry McChesney, and it's just it's unfortunate that you had to give him the free 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, so now we're looking at 2nd and 1. I think McChesney is going to get the ball again.
And that was rookie newcomer Forrest Stark. He signed last week with the Skyhawks in their off week.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. It happens to everybody. Just
of course,
brush yourself off and keep playing hard. It's anybody's game.
Skyhawks showing blitz here. Another trap run for McChesney, and does get the first down yardage. That was I don't know if I like that spot.
Like the leaning tower of McChesney. First down.
End of the third here in Raleigh. 24-20 your score. The Denver Night Wings on top of the Skyhawks. Stick with us. Get your fours up. Simulation Football League football presented by APM Music, live on 11 Sports. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on 11 Sports is brought to you in part by Nation's Best Football, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players to help hashtag secure the bag. By ScoreStream, official live scoring app of the SFL. By Sector 6, custom esports jerseys and apparel, and the exclusive SFL shop provider. And by SpyGo, dedicated to the craft of audio. Aerial shots brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com, AIRVUZ.com to see more drone footage. As we get a look at the beautiful landscape shots of Raleigh, North Carolina, our site for this contest here. Carolina trying to pull off the upset against the 6-1 Denver Nightwings. Down by 4 here as Miller's going to throw deep into coverage and incomplete. Great defense there by the Skyhawks to knock the football away, because that receiver had a step on the defense there, Matt.
Yeah, a little underthrown, and Hatley playing great coverage says, no, sir. It's a member of the SWAT team.
SWAT. Yeah, reaching up there and just swatting it down with his fingertips. That's awesome. I love it. Eric Vincent alongside Hall of Famer Matt Wilson from the Mexico City Aztecs. Want to thank him for jumping in here quickly, although I kind of locked him in the stats truck, so he really had no choice.
Roadmaster.
Sorry, man.
There's no AC in there.
Well, it's okay. You had free tacos. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Miller to throw. He wants it deep again. Jumping catch made right at the 46-yard line, and that's Avery Allen again. He's been a very active target tonight for Miller.
Avery Allen get a little airborne on that one. Usually tight ends are grounded targets, but he went up for his quarterback, and wow. Once the tight end secures it that high, it's really tough to rip it out of his hands.
Yeah, that was definitely a leaping grab there. He needed all 6'6" of them to get up and get that. Certainly helps his quarterback in that situation there. 1st and 10 from the 46 now. Miller throws a bit of a wobbler over the middle of the field, but that's good for about 10. Logan Keel going to be marked just shy of the first down marker out into opponent territory at the 45.
Doesn't matter how pretty the pass is, just matters if it gets there.
That's true. You have a habit of throwing those little quackers over the middle.
The bronze bomber ducks, yes, they're infamous, but it gets the job done. I'm not a Hall of Famer for nothing.
This is 100% true. You've got the jacket, I don't. Hand off to Jared McChesney, who gets stopped behind the line. He'll lose half a yard as Carolina was ready for that one. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up here.
Yeah, and if they're going to give it to McChesney again, this team better be ready. I mean, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be packing it in. I want these linebackers to stay right where they are. Do not move. Do not slide. Do not do anything. Just stay.
Fill your gaps.
Well,
Miller throws out that screen pass to McChesney. 1st down yardage and more as he makes it out to the Carolina 35. And, Matt, that play has been working all game long for them.
yeah, 4-3. They're all stacked in the box, thinking McChesney's coming up the middle. And Denver says, oh, ha, 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 fooled you. Screen pass. Darn it. We lost the case again. One day they'll figure it out.
One of these days. But for now, not so much. But
No,
no,
no.
McChesney was a huge threat coming out of the backfield last week as well against the Predators. He had 9 catches for 44 yards, so this is not necessarily surprising.
This has been the year of the halfback receiver, I think.
Miller hit as he's
That's how
throwing,
you
and
do it.
McChesney hit right as he catches the football. Carolina defense standing tall on that play as they lose 4. 2nd and 14 coming up.
That's as good as a sack to lose 4 yards. Remember, Denver has Kramer Jackman, who is automatic from at least 50. So you kind of keep him out of Jackman range if you want to keep this a 4-point deficit.
Hand off to McChesney. Has some room, trying to follow his blockers, and eventually gets stood up right at the 34-yard line. He'll only get 5 on the play, and it's going to be a 3rd and 9 coming up as Josh Miller helps him to his feet a little bit. He's been the bell cow tonight here, Matt.
Yeah, all right, Hall Clone. I'm calling on you guys now. You want to stop this Denver team, you got to get some pressure on McChesney. He's got nobody back there to help him.
8 minutes to go here in the ball game. 3rd and 9. Miller in the gun, has time, throws it over the middle. He's got Giacomo Jones, and he's going to be just short. Actually, that was not Giacomo Jones. I thought it was 11. That's actually Andrew James White, number 10, making the catch, and he'll be dragged down just shy of the 1st down marker. So we will see Kramer Jackman one more time here. Oh, or will we? You are absolutely correct here, Matt Wilson. Let's see what Denver does here on 4th and 1.
Carolina's been undisciplined all game long, jumping. See if they can hold it together here.
Looking good, and they will have to burn a timeout. Carolina standing strong this time around. Denver wasting a timeout, and now they will have to call upon Jackman.
Bad news is you've got this in the Jackman chip shot range. It might as well be a 10-yard. Or like I said, there's no 10-yard field goal. What am I talking about? Might as well be an extra point. However, the good news is you did not allow a 1st down, and it's still a 1-possession game. Even with this make, it's still a 7-point game. Now you got to get your offense together and say, hey, guys, we got to at least get a field goal back. Keep this competitive, because you don't want Denver coming out and scoring again. That would be a big job for Carolina to come back from that.
This is set up nicely for Carolina here, even if Jackman makes this field goal, which he's pretty much automatic, so he makes just about everything. In fact, he has made everything and continues to make everything. This time from 43 yards, 51 straight field goals now for Kramer Jackman as he extends the Denver lead to 7.
I think we should have, when we have the Pro Bowl, we should have a skills competition, like a field goal contest between we get Jackman, we get all the highly paid kickers, and see who can kick the longest field goal. It'd be entertaining.
Or see who misses a field goal, because Jackman would definitely win that one in theory.
Well, Varner hasn't missed either.
That's also true.
Neither has Alaska's kicker, so that'd be a heck of a kickoff.
Yeah, but for their whole career?
No. I'm just saying you get a skills competition together and just keep backing the ball off, 5 yards and see who misses, see who can make the longest kick.
I got you. Get a look at the upcoming broadcast schedule coming up on 11 Sports. Again, all times Eastern Standard Time, so just keep an eye out for that. Sioux Falls visiting Sin City to take on the Fury. And then the nightcap, Charleston Predators going to be visiting Tulsa, Oklahoma. You will be in Tulsa with Mike Daggs for that call. There, Matt. Is going to hand off to Randy Mercury, who gets barreled over in the backfield. Bailey Baca getting in there and making the stop. And man, that's quite a stat line there for the big fella.
Oh, you were saying he wasn't doing much. I said, oh, it takes one play to get him going. And now he's making big plays. And this puts Carolina in a tough spot. I think you got to throw here on 2nd and 21 or 2nd and 11. Maybe. No, well, you got the here's the shotgun I've been waiting for. Let's see what happens.
We'll see what comes about here, Matt. They haven't used this formation a ton. He's going to throw to the far sideline. Richardson's got a man and keeps barreling forward. A good move there by Prasad as he gets a little bit of extra yardage out to the 26-yard line, gain of 5.
And Richardson had plenty of time to make his read there, which is a good sign. Let's see if they can put it out again here in 3rd and 5, or they decide to go to a 3-step drop. Interesting.
Offset I formation coming out here on 3rd and 5.
Screen.
It's looking that way. Pump fake. Richardson going to throw it over the middle, and what a dime to Prasad again in the middle of this Denver Nightwings defense, which normally you don't want to throw into. But man, oh man, that was a dime there.
Yeah, great protection. Again, Richardson pump fakes. Might have frozen the defense for just a split second enough to get a nice pass to Prasad, and Carolina moving the ball. It's what they need to do. Mercury's average isn't great, but I'd still give him the ball. See if he can get 3 or 4 yards.
1st and 10 now from the 41. Mercury with a handoff. And man, what a tackle there. Corner getting in there and making the stop. His 4th year here in Denver.
Looking like a vet with that pop. And I said 3 or 4. One was not.
That's not 3 or 4.
Yeah, I know. It's a little less. About 3 times less.
I'm not great with math, but that's 1 is not 3 or 4. Richardson to throw. He wants it, and he's got Prasad again. They need to double cover this man or something because this connection is increasing quite a bit. Richardson to Prasad here in the 4th.
Keep going. If it's working, just keep doing it. Just got to keep the pocket clean for Richardson. Let him read the field. He's a young man.
And they're in and out of the huddle here quickly. Matt, do you think they're calling a couple different plays?
I don't know.
4:40 left to go. Richardson shuffles. Pressure coming. He's going to throw it to the far sideline and incomplete. That was batted down there, and Dupree Hudson was the intended receiver. I didn't quite get the number of the defensive back in coverage. I think it was Justin Jones, the former San Francisco Shark.
He's running a corner route there, and Richardson didn't put enough mustard on it. Otherwise, he could have possibly had 6, at least a 10 to 15-yard gain. Got to be wary.
2nd and 10 now from the 43. Richardson, 2-step drop, going to throw it towards the near sideline. He's got Dupree. Dupree is going to muscle himself forward to the 1st down marker, and they're going to give it to him. 1st and 10. What a play, Dupree Hudson.
Dupree Hudson and Prasad have got to play big. We haven't seen a lot of Jack Flash in this game. I don't remember calling his number, but sometimes you might want to look the tight end's way if your 2 primary targets are covered.
Yeah, Jack Flash not a huge target today. It's been mostly Prasad getting the targets and Randy Mercury getting the handoffs as he gets a good run there and a good stop made by Josh Vasquez coming up and making the tackle.
Yeah, they got plenty of time, maybe too much time. First off, though, you got to score your 7 points. So I don't care how much time it takes. You know, if you score now or score later, you got to get 7, and then have to deal with the Denver defense.
Can't get ahead of yourself as Randy Mercury gets a handoff. He'll get 1st down yardage and more as Nicholas Warner finally comes up and makes the stop in the SFL red zone at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, Mercury there just kind of slicing through, moving kind of diagonally. Usually you don't want to do that as a back. You want to go more north-south, but just, again, read the blocking beautifully. And another 1st down. Denver's 19 yards away from the end zone. Carolina's 19 yards away from the end zone.
And Denver hasn't allowed a point since the 1st quarter as well. That streak on the line here. As it's 1st and 10, handoff to Mercury, sidestepping defenders, and he'll get a couple on the play. Marked down at the 18-yard line.
Well, you gotta give him a try. He's been doing pretty well. Now 2nd and 9, I think you gotta run your out. You don't have to get it all in one pass play. Just get closer. Don't eat a sack.
But that's how you get into trouble as well, is when you try and get it all back in one foul swoop. Richardson to throw. He's going to throw that out route there. The Prasad. Prasad will get a couple on that play. And that makes it third and manageable coming up here with 2:33 left to go.
Now I'd love to see another out or a slant to the middle of the field. Try to get Denver stuck in a soft man, in a soft zone. Make it quick, because you know they're coming.
They got to get it past the marker this time, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Offset eye. 3rd and 5 from the 14. Richardson to throw. He's going to throw it to the near sideline.
Oh, no!
And he didn't get enough for the first down. You got to be kidding me. We were just talking about this. Bob Klein getting the catch there, and he ran the route just a tad short. Couldn't quite outstretch the ball to get the first down yardage.
I think you go for it here.
Got to go for it here.
You can't risk. And this is an interesting play call. I would rather see a run, but here comes the gun.
Richardson takes the snap. Pressure coming. He throws it over the middle. Caught for first down. Down at the 4-yard line.
Whew, cutsy call by the Skyhawks. They had him in at the top of the screen open, but Richardson was fixed in the middle of the field, and luckily it worked for him. And I would not run a play. I'd let this take down all the way to the 2-minute warning. Now, you are in no rush. You want Denver to be left with less time if you score this.
Yeah, not at this point. I would take my sweet time. And that's what's going to happen here. We have hit the 2-minute warning. We'll see you on the other side of the break. We've still got a good one here in Raleigh. Stay tuned, folks. 27-20 in favor of the Nightwings, but Carolina's knocking on the door. Simulation Football League Football presented by APM Music, live on 11 Sports.
Whew. Yeah. Oh, my heart's starting to race a bit now.
Well, yeah, and especially because Warner's been playing like a linebacker pretty much all game long.
Yeah, I got to score here, and then things will get interesting.
Sounds good. On the other side of the 2-minute warning here, as we get a look at the chat reacting to that 4th down conversion just a bit ago by the Skyhawks. And everyone just losing their minds here as Randy Mercury gets a handoff and can't quite squeeze through. Let's get a look at some of the folks we've got in there. Randy Mercury. We got, I don't even know how to try in OG, CYT, Alien Nation, DeBrown Knight, Ray and Yola. A lot of the same loyal folks staying tuned to this great matchup here, this great game. As time is ticking away here, 90 seconds to go. Richardson throw to the end zone, touchdown to Dupree Hudson.
Put it on the board. Just to steal someone else's line.
An extra point for tying this one up here, man. And gosh, that was a well-run route by Dupree Hudson.
Hudson just slapped Adamo away. He was trying to jam him at the line, ran a nice slant and score. And now, barring a disaster.
$27.
Oh.
This is true. As Zeke Klein boots the extra point up and through. I'm getting the producer in my ear here and not doing a good job covering it up. But again, BJ Armstrong hurt earlier in the ball game. He did not return, and that was why the newcomer Leah Dama was actually out there in coverage on Dupree Hudson. So just an incredible job there by Dupree, taking advantage of the matchup as it's a tie ball game, 27-all. And again, we'll get a look at the chat reaction here Everybody going insane in the chat as Bryce Battle brings up the kick return out to the 27-yard line. And Matt, that coming from your unique perspective as a quarterback, that was just an incredible play to watch.
That's what you dream of. You know, you get the max protect in, and then you see your guy open on the slant. You just hold your breath, make sure you make a beautiful throw, and don't sail it over his head or something.
And the other thing pointed out as well by DeBrown Knight, the blocked extra point earlier in the ball game as well from Carolina, as that was almost picked off there by Carolina going the other way. So many different things have happened in this ball game that just added up to that last moment, and Denver almost just gave it right back.
Yeah, and Denver's got to be careful and not throw a pick here. That would be, I don't know. It could go either way. Carolina's defense has got to get a sack. So this is when your big pay DT's got to step up and hit Miller.
Carolina's got two of them. Miller's going to throw deep into coverage and almost intercepted. Rochelle Colston almost comes away with the pick. That would have been a heck of a play there by the free safety.
3rd and 10, and you know, if they don't get this, Denver's got to punt the ball. They can't keep Carolina go for on 4th and give them such good field position. So see if Miller can convert.
And it's loud here in Raleigh. 27 all. Miller takes the high snap. He's going to go deep. He's got a man. Logan Keel is behind the defense. Can they catch up to him? Tristan Hadley giving chase, and Denver's going to take the lead. Touchdown, Nightwings.
Yeah, he was sayonara, see you later. Logan Keel beats the defense to look at the route he was running.
Man.
Just ran a corner, and good old 32 there just couldn't keep up.
That's tough. That's tough too, Matt, because Daniel Pruitt was playing very, very well. In fact, he helped out on that goal line stand earlier that the Skyhawks were able to throw up against the Denver Nightwings. But man, he just got burned to a crisp on the line there.
Well, if you look at Carolina's personnel, they don't have a real high-priced corner besides Zane Doty, and I don't think that was to Doty's side. You see the results.
It definitely was not, as Denver boots the extra point up and through. They take a 7-point lead with 1:12 left to go here. Carolina still with all 3 timeouts. Now they can't really take the approach that they did earlier, the slow and steady approach. They got to be more like the hare and not the tortoise, as we get a look at the chat.
The good news is they control their destiny. You know, it's not like Denver ran the ball a bunch of times, threw some balls, you know, kicking the ball with 10 seconds left for the win. Now you have to make a play, but hey, anything's possible.
And Prasad already with a kick return for the touchdown. The chat is just now seeing that play, by the way. If we can get the chat back up, because they're just now seeing what was going on with that deep ball touchdown. And man, oh man, they're losing the points right now.
I think they've lost their mind a long time ago, Eric. I know I did.
There were plenty of plays that they've lost their minds, but man, that's the fun part.
Now let's see if they get back in the gun. It was working well for the Skyhawks earlier, but they got a bunch to the top.
Richardson going to throw the screen pass over to Mercury. He's got plenty of room, and he'll get 5 yards out to the 28 with a run no huddle here. Less than 60 seconds to go here in the ball game.
They got to throw it deeper than that.
Richardson again, pressure coming. He's going to sling it out to Mercury. Really, the only option he had there is he gets nailed, but he gets knocked out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock. Lee Adama laying a big hit, but stopping the clock by knocking him out of bounds.
Yeah, that's the best case scenario on that play. If you're going to run a screen, you get your first down, you get out of bounds and get out of that formation. Get to something more aggressive. Like I say, I hate to pick on Adama, but with Armstrong being out, that might be the side you want to target for a deep ball. This is more like it.
Yep, going to spread it out a little bit here. If they go no huddle, this is the formation you want to be in. 3 wide receivers towards the bottom of the screen. They go opposite way to Prasad, and Prasad actually gets tackled inbound, so Carolina will have to use their first timeout. They got 2 remaining.
They can't go 5 yards at a time. They don't have the time. They don't have the timeouts. I mean, they have 3, but now they have 2, but you just don't have If you had 10 timeouts, you possibly could do it this way, but you got to take bigger chances, Carolina.
And that's what we were talking about here, Matt. They cannot take their time here any longer.
Need a 15-yard play right here, right over the middle.
43 seconds to go in the ball game. Richardson to throw far sideline, a little bit too far there for Prasad as he's not able to keep his feet in bounds. Incomplete, third down.
Hurts my soul. They threw it to the short side of the field. That play might have worked perfectly on the long side, but yeah, I'm not. Now you got to convert. You know, you got the downs against you too. It's third down. You've got 2 more downs to get the first down, and the clock working against you. Still got to dial up something bigger.
And Prasad, the hot target. They're definitely going to be looking his way. Richardson going to throw near sideline, and he's got Hudson this time who gets first down yardage, and he'll get tackled out of bounds. That'll stop the clock as he's over to the century mark tonight.
Man, they're testing my patience with these out routes.
I know.
They're getting yardage. They're at midfield about now, but you can't keep running this. Gotta, you know, maybe they're trying to lull him to sleep and try to throw one over the top, but out routes are not going to get it done. And I see the fullback in. Not loving this formation, but maybe they'll surprise me.
Let's see what they do here. Down 7. 36 seconds to go. Richardson under center. 2-step drop. He's going to sling it out to the fullback. That's caught. And it's only going to be a gain of 1. Tackled inbound, so they got to go no huddle again.
I would spike the ball here, and it's looked. No, they're not going to do it. Try to get into a different formation.
Nope, they're not going to. Instead, they're going to be sacked, and they got to burn their second timeout there. Good pressure right up the middle, and I believe that was Bailey Baca getting in there for his second sack of the ball game.
I would have called the timeout the play before. At least they weren't set up for success on that formation. They got to go back to the gun, or at least they got to get 3 wides out there. They got to spread them out.
Let's see what they come out in here. Richardson's going to be under center. Trips towards the top of the screen, though.
Or towards the bottom.
Richardson, short drop. He's going to air it out and go deep. The 50-50 ball is caught. Dupree Hudson gets the first down into Denver territory, and they're going to burn their last timeout with 11 seconds left.
Oh, man, think if they had that, if they called the timeout before and hadn't had it to call it twice, but that's the kind of balls you got to put up. You got to put up those 50-50 balls. 11 seconds to go. You don't have to, you got time for 1, maybe 2 more plays, so dial it up.
And that was against Justin Jones too, man. I mean, that's not usually the guy that you want to pick on of the corners. And again, BJ Armstrong out with an injury, so you've got Lee Adama on the other side.
Oh no.
Richardson in trouble, avoids the sack. He's going to air it out towards the end zone. Can they do it? Tipped in the air, bobbled, still in the air, and incomplete. 3 seconds left to go. Are you kidding me?
They had enough. They had a shot. The last bobble, there was a receiver just missed his hands. Oh boy.
Matt, I don't want to tell you anything, but I had a shot at catching that football. You see how many times it was bobbled up in the air?
Yeah, you're a linebacker. That's tough.
That's true. I have bricks for hands.
Oh man, we get another Hail Mary, huh?
Oh boy. Do we have overtime in the books here tonight? Let's find out. Richardson again avoids the sack. He's going to air it out again to the end zone, tipped in the air and incomplete. Denver is going to get out of here with a win in the most nail-biting of fashions. 34-27, your final score as we get a look at the final game stats and highlights. Matt, this was definitely one that we were looking forward to, and man, it did not disappoint.
Yeah, the ball bounces a few different ways, and Carolina comes up with a big score there. Again, they could be a business.
And Matt, I said this a couple different times during the broadcast that this Carolina team is not indicative of their now 1-7 record. I think they are way better than that record really tells.
Yeah, for sure. And just they got to iron out a few things in the playbook. I just see a few warts, a few different plays they could have called. But when when you're one drive away from beating a team that's 6-1, you are not indicative of the record. And watch out teams on their schedule, because it's not an easy out. You see the one win, and you're like, no problem. Nope. Look at this game here as a prime example.
Prime example. Carolina going on the road, and it doesn't get any easier for them. They got to go to Atlanta and play the Swarm in the Hive next week, Week 10 action. And then Denver is actually going to return home to Richard L. Snowden Memorial Stadium and take on the Las Vegas Fury. But we still got plenty of football to come this week here, Matt. And, you've got a good one coming up here in Tulsa, coming up tomorrow night with the Predators visiting the Desperados.
Yeah, I got to get less than 24 hours. I got to fill up my fuel tank.
You'll be ready to go. I have no doubt in my mind that you'll be raring to go as Jerry McChesney gets the player of the game honors. 25 attempts, 76 yards, a rushing touchdown, 92 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns in the air. Any final thoughts before we let the people go here, Matt?
That was just a great game. Pleasure to call a game with you, Eric, again. And get you guys tomorrow.
Pleasure to see you again, Matt. On behalf of the Hall of Famer, Matt Wilson, my name is Eric Vinson. Want to thank producer and commissioner Cameron Irvine for tonight's ball game, and be sure to stay tuned to the upcoming schedule. Monday and Tuesday night football coming your way. You won't want to miss it. You've been watching this presentation of the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, live on 11 Sports. Good night, everyone.